I seriously need a job where I don't have to interact with people. I just asked a table if they were celebrating anything, and when they said their dad's birthday, I brought them a birthday table decoration. And then they decided to tell me he's not coming because, well, he's dead. That's what we call back in the day a massive oof. That's just oof. Like you're like, happy birthday to you. And then like everyone's wearing a black suit and they're just like so sad and disappointed. But hey, you know what? This person's just trying to keep the spirit alive. If they are celebrating their dad's birthday, what better way to do that with some cake? If I was a ghost and someone brought me cake, I'd be pretty happy about that. What is going on, everybody? It is 2:06 a.m. because I have the worst insomniac sleep schedule there is known to man. I hope you're doing a-okay, and today we are diving into a subreddit based upon people just having really bad days. I'm sure we can all relate to those. We've all had our fair share. And if you are having a bad day, feel free to join the Discord down below where we all talk and vibe. It'll be great to have you there. And without further ado, I'm gonna stop talking your ear off and let's hop right into this video, you beautiful people. Before I had kids, I thought I had a great immune system, but as it turns out, I was just really good at staying away from the type of people who sneeze directly into your eyeballs while telling you a story. I've personally never had a child. At the age of 20, I have never given birth for numerous reasons, and I just can't imagine how I would react if I was sitting down reading Green Eggs and Ham and a child just sneezed right in my eyeballs. I think I would probably sit down and shriek like a cat that just got ran over by a car. Remember how we needed to change that car battery that we've been procrastinating about? Well, I think it's safe to say we could probably put that off for another day. I think we're gonna need to take a rain check on that one. I will never forget the time I was at a party and we were playing Truth or Dare and someone dared me to go home. To the man who was in my house and robbed me, keep the cash and the DSLR and whatever else you took. But if you have the memory cards from the camera, please, it has photos of my dog's last days alive on it. I cannot replace those photos. Please throw it onto the porch or put it in the mail slot or mail it to Toronto, Ontario. Please, she passed away a few days ago and I cannot lose those photos as well. Honestly, I don't get the whole point of stealing. It's such like a douchebag thing to do, especially because you have no idea what like sentimental value these things have. Imagine stealing someone's camera and then seeing pictures of like a dog and like, yeah, I'm gonna still sell it anyways. Like, that's just so messed up. Like, this is legitimately heartbreaking. I'm so sorry for this person and their dog who passed away. I can't even imagine how heartbreaking that would be. Thank you for delivering strength when it's needed the most. This is truly who we are and what we do. Wear this pin with pride. Hashtag FedEx Strong. Yeah, this is what FedEx employees are getting during the global crisis right now. They're getting pins to wear on their shirts. Nothing to help them, you know, pay their bills even more. You know, they get a nice little hashtag FedEx Strong because, you know, repping that company, I suppose. I like when flags won't leave my car on long road trips. Have fun moving to Kansas, you tiny idiot. You know, maybe he really just needed to get away. Maybe he was tired of his time. He's had a bad life. You know, he just needs a fresh reset. Maybe Kansas is what this fly needs. What always trips me out is when I'm on a plane and there's a fly flying in like the cabin. Like, is that fly therefore technically flying at like 30,000 miles per hour, or how does that work? Wife went to get the Christmas tree from the attic. Told her not to step on the drywall, and then she later admitted she didn't know what drywall was. Okay, I got a lot of questions here. First of all, why is the flooring of the attic made with drywall? Second of all, how do you go your entire adult life without knowing what drywall is? That's kind of sad. It's a pretty common thing to know. Well, hey there. Guess what you did? You locked your bike to mine. So now I'm stuck here. I'm gonna have a beer and you better be buying. Call me at this whited out number when you're ready to unfuck my day. Thanks. Why would you do that? Like, what's the point? There's a literal bike rack up here to the top right, and you're like, yeah, you know what? I think I feel safer in numbers, and you lock yourself to somebody else's bike. Like, why? I really need to know the purpose and reasoning behind this. It's just such a douchebag thing to do. Stepped on my cat coming downstairs with a bowl of chili. Oh, that's such a tragedy. You got the chips on the ground. You get the cat who doesn't even know what's going on, and now, Jesus Christ, we now have chili beans in the Crocs. So you're gonna have to slide your Crocs on, and you're gonna have to shamefully walk with beans in your Crocs, and it's gonna feel absolutely disgusting and repulsive. Also, I realized those aren't tortilla chips, those are the shattered bowl. Kind of looks like the cat just took a fat shit across the entire staircase, if I'm being honest. It's not a Sunday unless you completely waste it, then feel really sad around 8 p.m. Honestly, y'all ever have those Sundays where you wake up and you know, it's just kind of rainy and you're like, hey, what do I even do today? And you don't even attempt to make plans because you know everyone's just gonna have to go home early because tomorrow's a Monday. You know, sunset starts to come around and you just start kind of feeling sad and down. So whoever keeps destroying this toilet, you have great health insurance. For the love of God, go see a doctor. And if not a doctor, maybe an exorcist. Go poop in a field with the other buffaloes. What are the massive deuces this lad is dropping? I mean, Jesus Christ, imagine just being that massive where you're dropping full-on Titanics into the damn toilet bowl to where your employees are leaving differently 3 different printed out letters for you. I don't know if you should be proud or ashamed or a combination of both. Here we have a quarantine birthday party. We have all the happy birthday balloons and we have this sad lad. No one came to his birthday party. He looks kind of done. Like, he looks like he's gonna deck the cameraman. I feel so bad for him. I can't tell if they set this up as like a meme or just how this is going down, but that's so sad. Think of all the people out there who are gonna have birthday parties and celebrate with friends who can't now. Very, very sad times. And speaking of sad times, here we have a restaurant where people used to feed this stray lad out here on the daily, but since, you know, what's going on, they kind of had to cease operations on that, so nobody's here to feed the dog, but it still waits out here every day for pets and for food, and it's just the saddest thing. I don't want to take him home and just give him lots of food. He's waiting like such a good boy. This is such a tragedy. It's so crazy that I used to think people in high school were so grown up until I was one. Then college students were so cool and had everything together until I was one. Then adults knew everything, and now I'm just gonna tell y'all that no one knows what the heck they're doing and we're just kind of winging it. This is actually kind of a really true statement. I remember being in like middle school and we had high schoolers come in and I was like, dang dude, those are some big kids. Like, I can't even imagine being that big. And then I became a high schooler and then I saw seniors. I was like, dang, those are some crazy cool kids. They have life all figured out. They're super cool. Became a senior. I was like, oh my god, what is happening here? Went to college for like a day and then I was like, life is horrible. I wonder how long it's gonna take them to figure out that their phone is scraping across the floor. Hopefully they find out pretty soon, because it's just a massive tragedy. Anytime you feel life isn't nice, remember this is a Brazilian prisoner who dug an escape tunnel for 5 years only to burst out into a guard room. You do all that planning, 5 years worth of planning and digging out with like a heckin' spoon, and you can't even pick the right room. Also, I love how this dude over here just kind of having the time of his life. Everyone seems like they're just kind of amused by this, except for this guy, obviously, who's now probably going to jail for an extra long time, but hey. Here we have the tragedy of a Roomba. So a new puppy decided it was gonna take a fat one on the tile, and the Roomba said, hey bro, I got you, and just kind of smeared that around like Windex with a rag and just made this whole absolute catastrophe. I want to get a Roomba and attach saw blades to it and just like have it going around the house so I can shank my guests' ankles. I think that'd be a really fun party trick. Here at Starbucks, a boss went and mixed uncooked beans with roasted beans, and now the employees, they just have to sit down and separate every single bean. You know how upsetty spaghetti I would be? I feel Starbucks workers kind of get a hell of a time. I remember when that unicorn frap thing came out and everyone was like, I have to get this because it's quirky and different, and it was like the worst thing to make in the planet. Like, I don't see why you would subject your employees to that. Like, it's just evil. Also, this person's credit card game is kind of on point with lining things up. I wonder where their experience comes from. A fun part of your 30s is waking up thinking you're hungover and then remembering, nope, this is just how my body feels. I feel that way now when I'm 20 years old. I swear I'm just destined to be an old man. Good morning to whoever's been enjoying my coffee creamer all week. Surprise, you've actually been drinking my breast milk. Hope you've enjoyed. Cheers. And P.S. it's organic, so no worries. Well, thank God. But then again, I'm kind of curious, why would you put breast milk in a natural coffee creamer? That's just like you're setting up your employees to get finessed by your big old bitty milk. I broke up with my girlfriend at a restaurant. She started crying and everyone thought I proposed to her, so naturally they started clapping. Jesus Christ. I can't even imagine what that would be like. You just get your heart shattered and everyone's just like, whoa, good job, you go. Just like in tears. Then you gotta awkwardly explain to people like, no, this is the opposite of what we're doing. So in this imaginary place called Australia, there was a detour to get from one city to another, and I guess something got cut off. I don't know, I'm not a geologist, and it's a 66-hour detour. I hope you don't need to get anywhere fast. Refund for fancy feast, fancy feast, fancy feast, fancy feast, fancy feast, fancy feast, and world's best cat. Authorized by Abby. Reason for return? My cat fucking died. Aw, at least they got their refund, but Jesus Christ, that's so sad. So this guy got a tattoo of something that was on his dog. I guess he thought, you know, somebody before had like tattooed on him. I guess he was trying to be nice or cool or different or whatever. Be like, yeah, I got the tattoo that my dog did. Well, it actually turns out this is marker, and it just means that the dog has been, you know, neutered. So it's not a tattoo at all, and this man now has a thing on his arm saying he's neutered. Also, I'm considering on getting a tattoo pretty soon, so let me know what kind of tattoos you like down below if you've ever gotten one. What's the dumbest thing you ever believed as a child? That I would grow up to be happy? You know, that one kind of hits a little deep. Ex-con skips job interview, takes shirt off his back to save car crash victim. Imagine rescuing someone from a car crash, risking your own life, and then being called an ex-con. His name is Aaron Tucker. Well, Aaron, I gotta give a props to you. You literally went and saved a homie's life. Like they literally just used this name up here to just make the story seem more enticing. This is a lad who saw someone in trouble and went out of his way to help. Some earrings I ordered on AliExpress never arrived, and they asked for photo evidence. Like, okay, here's my hand. Here are the earrings that are not in my hand. They are missing. Like, I don't understand when companies ask for these things that just make no sense. Like, oh, you didn't receive your package? I'm gonna need some proof. Like, okay, here's my proof that I don't have the damn package. Like, what the hell? What's the dumbest thing you got in trouble for in school? I was accused of plagiarism by 2 professors and was given a big long talk about how seriously it was taken. I was confused and crying by the end. Then they showed me the art they think I copied, and it was my own art from my own site that I had popped up in a Google image search. That is a big freaking L. Imagine just being like, hey, your art just looks too good, but you copied this artist, and being like, bitch, I am the artist. Let me know in the comments the dumbest thing you ever got in trouble for at school. Dumbest thing I ever got in trouble for school was I finished a test and I went and got water from the only functioning water fountain in the school, and a teacher found me, accused me of skipping class. It took me back to my class and was just like, we'll see about that, because I straight up told her, I said, hey, I was just drinking some water, lady. So walks into the class with the teacher and says, is this student belong to you? And how long has he been gone? She says, oh, he's been gone for about like 5 minutes. Just went to go get some water. I'm like, boom, bitch, what I tell you? Just trying to sip on that fine, classy H2O. It was at this moment that this man probably realized this wasn't the best place to put his toothbrush. We got a lad here who got absolutely scalded. Now, if you need a breakdown of the analysis, we got boiling hot tomato soup spilling over here. I'm pretty much a detective at this stuff. It's not because I totally just read the post description. So the lad got scared by the toast popping up, freaked the hell out, had tomato soup burn all over him and just spilled all the way down. Absolutely insane. This reminds me of the time when I spilled boiling water on myself after I was making ramen noodles, and the entire pot fell on me and just like burned my thigh, and I was like screaming, and my dad was like, you don't have to be so loud. I'm like, I am literally having flesh melting off my frickin' leg. And last but not least, this is the last thing you want to see in an airport. Somebody who left their passport. They're gonna fly to an entire other country, hop off, not have their passport, and be turned right back around. This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing absolutely a-okay. If you did enjoy the video and you managed to make it to the end, make sure to drop a like and subscribe down below, and check out the Discord and Twitch. It would be great to have you over there when we hang out and vibe. As always, I can't wait to see you in the next video, and you take it easy peasy, home slice. I want to get a Roomba and attach saw blades to it.